Hello, welcome back to Laura's Cozy Corner. I'm out here in my mud room, per se. It's full of stuff, but I wanted to show you guys that for chickens, some people are using used coffee grounds, and they buy them from the store. And I thought, well, since it'll be a while before I do get chickens, maybe I can start saving up for myself. So I got one of these. I'm reusing a jar, a plastic jar, and I've been putting coffee grounds down inside here, and then I have the lid on it, right? Well, after a while, and I got it to about this deep, I even labeled it used coffee grounds for the chicken coop. But moisture got in here and ended up molding all of this, so I ended up putting it in my compost. So I'm redoing it, and I'm kind of seeing how to get this to dry up, which you can tell there's some moisture on this. I had the cap on here because people come by with their elbows, knock things over. I didn't want them dumped. So if I can remember every day to kind of take the top off and let it air out and just kind of shake it, then hopefully we won't have mold with this set. So we use the coffee pods, and I have this jar that stays in the house on my kitchen counter, and I labeled it used coffee grounds for the chicken coop. And this was from yesterday. I've kind of let it dry out in the house. So I'm going to combine this with my other mixture here. I'm using butter knife. Scrape everything out, and I'll mix it up inside here. Hopefully won't mold on me this time. So I just kind of use this little knife. I found an easy way to kind of break these up. I just rip off the foil, give it a little squeeze all the way around, dump it inside my jar here, because this is considered my wet coffee grounds, and this should be even more dry. I've considered putting it outside, but the wind is just too much, and we'd have coffee grounds all over everything. I use this knife and kind of scrape it out, scrape out the best I can. I even went as far as keeping the little plastic pods. So I would cut out or poke a hole and just pull it off the filters inside, and was keeping the little plastic cups. But I have a little hoarding problem. All my plastic, cardboard, and everything, I've just been keeping everything. So now I just throw it in my recycle bin for a while until I figure out what I can use these for. Then I might save them back up, because I'm running out of storage here, as y'all know. My house is overran. I'm working on it a little at a time. Last night I decided to go start in my room, and I just, if you look at your place as a whole, it can be very overwhelming, especially for me. And if you just start with one bag at a time, or one box at a time, or one tote at a time, only look at that. It's going to take some time to go through it, see if you want it or not, which I'm going through my mom's estate stuff, so it's just all piled up. They had to get rid of the house and everything, so I had to bring it all here. So it's just sitting in what's going to be my crafting room. I love to crochet, and I love to sew, and I've also got a brand new sewing machine still in the box that my husband had gotten me, and I've never used. I've opened it up, read the manual, and thought, wow, overwhelming, let's put that back. Until you do something while you're reading, I feel like it's a little hard to understand. I like to read instructions on new stuff and then go from there, you know. So I just one box at a time, one bag at a time, one tote at a time, whatever you have. Go through it, see if you need it for future use. If you don't think you would need it for future use, maybe pass it on to someone who can use. Here, our little community has a little Facebook account where you can pass on stuff for free, and that's what I like to do. I like to send a picture and say, hey, does anybody want this? Here you go. It's free to me, it's free to you. Now, obviously, if it's something more like trash, I go on and toss it. But anything I think somebody else might be able to use, but I'm not able to, I try to pass it on to help others. Because that's what we're here for, to help others with our resources. And clothing and items is our resources. So, thank you for watching. I hope this all dries out and would make a good chicken coop bedding, you know. So that's my plan. My husband had another idea. Go to coffee houses and ask them to save up their coffee grounds. Provide a box or not a box, but a tote or a bucket for them. Write your name on it and maybe go around asking for them to keep the coffee grounds. So it's worth a shot. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see you later.